Hey guys, back to Shadows over Loathing. I don't have anyone else here right now because Finny is with some friends and I don't want to bother him. So, actually, funny thing, this is like the first time that OBS has actually made the game capture work. Every past few times, for some reason, the game capture has been recording OBS instead of the game. So I was using like a whole screen recording, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it's working now for some reason. It might be because of Discord. I don't know if that messes with it. Maybe like the streaming, because I know when I'm in a voice chat, I stream to other people. I think I already cleared this place out, right? There's probably nothing else here. Yeah. I mean, I could do some craft in there, but nah. Wait, what? Oh, I just triggered some dialogue nice now. Okay, this is fun getting into fights. You look like you like a good fight, Gabby? Yes, there are not usually so many fights around here. What an excitement it is. I noticed you do a lot of slapping. Do you know how to make a fist? A what? Here, look. You curl your fingers in like this, and put your thumb over them, here. That's a fist. You squeeze that all tight and hit people with these knuckles here. It's more powerful than a slap. Wow, keen as a peach. So actually, fun fact about that. In the game before this, West of Loathing, they have goblins, because this takes place in the same universe, and it's a running joke that there's a bunch of sayings in like goblin speak or whatever it's called that translate absolutely horribly to English, and so that's what all those nonsensical phrases are. They don't mean anything. They're just sayings that are supposed to not make sense because they're mistranslations. Oh yeah, I haven't visited that. I think first I'm gonna check out this, because I think that was the church side quest. So we go to that. A thin, nervous-looking man in a suit stops you. Excuse me, sir. Do you fear for your safety in this dangerous city full of hoodlums and criminals? Well, I didn't until you said that. I ain't afraid of anything, least of all death. I carry 3 spare changes of underwear and I've already used one today. I didn't until you said that. Then it's a good thing you met me. I have the solution for you right here. Oh, I see. Okay, what are you selling? He holds up a small case and opens it, displaying a selection of the tiniest pistols you've ever seen. They're ringers. With one of these up your sleeve, in your sock, wherever you can think to hide it, personal self-defense is right at your fingertips. Huh. Are concealed pistols legal in this state? What? Probably, sure. How much? Yours for only 30 meat. This stats. This kind of small but it packs a modest punch. Deals your moxie plus 2 physical damage. That's... I mean, it's really... I guess 30 meat isn't a lot, but like it's not a great weapon. I wonder though if this has like... If this NPC... I come across this NPC again. Because what my hunch is that this NPC appears multiple times. And this isn't the only time we're gonna see him. But we have to keep buying to further like the interactions. Because I don't think they would go for something as boring as just like an NPC that sells you a crappy item and then leaves. So, I mean, you know what? Well, why not? Either that or it turns out to be actually useful later on. Oh yeah, see? So there's a side quest. So, thanks. You won't regret this purchase. Regret? You won't regret this purchase. I certainly don't regret being able to make my rent payment to Miss Brewster. Oh, wait, that's him. I certainly don't regret being able to make my rent payment to Miss Brewster. Who's Miss Brewster? She runs a boarding house for traveling salesmen. Gets real scary when the rent's late. Location unlocked. Miss Brewster's home for traveling salesmen. Maybe I'll check it out. Not now, though. Okay, Captain Dirch's house. Why? Why is so many rocks? Why do all the rocks in his yard have creepy glyphs painted on them? Weird. We keep seeing, like, weird symbols around the map. It's probably gonna be explained, like, late game. The rock is steaming. Comforted. You reassure the rock that everything is going to be okay, and it sloughs off some of its rage. You got an item. Phlogistic resin. That is, of all the debunked theories of how fire works, this one is the one we've all agreed to pretend is true. Okay. Probably shouldn't just barge in. This rock has a date painted on it. 11/10/82. Jot down. Okay, got it. You know, kind of a weird time for the protagonist to somehow have decency now. Well, actually... Yeah, I mean, we've broken into a lot of places. And it's kind of strange that the protagonist is considering this now, especially now that he is, Goofy is drunk. He's been drunk for the past, like 5 hours or something. Well, then, let's knock. What is it? Okay. I'm selling these fine leather jackets. I'm from the Municipal Census Bureau. I'm the milkman. Got your milk. Congratulations, you won a sweepstakes. Or I'll come back later. Let's see. Well, because it's like the home for traveling salesmen, probably just like do this sales pitch. So let's try that. I'm selling these fine leather jackets. Never mind. Don't want any? Buzz off. Okay. Municipal Census Bureau. Milkman got your milk. Congratulations, you won a sweepstakes. I'll come back later. Milk? I'm the milkman, got your milk. I didn't drink that fat water. Get lost. There's nobody here but me and these 4 urns. Urns? 5 urns. Go away. Won a sweepstakes. Bad chance, never won nothing. Didn't... Hello? Didn't enter no sweepstakes, no how. Scram, I'll come back later. Okay. Alright. So then... It might be related to the date, actually. If I go check down at Plunkett Street. Or... Yeah, that makes sense. Makes most sense. Gabby takes a piece of candy out of her purse and tosses it in her mouth, then holds the purse out to you. Want one? Sure, thanks. Huh. Your purse is just entirely filled with saltwater taffy. Yes, it's Gabby's favorite. I guess I did hear somewhere that goblins process sugar really effectively and don't need as many vitamins as humans. Jealous? A little bit, yeah. Oh, whoops. Okay, I meant to click on this, not press space. I keep thinking like space is the button to go to a location, but it's just the button to wander. While meandering the streets of Ocean City, you encounter a man carrying a medium-sized piece of luggage. Not brief enough to be called a briefcase, but unsuitable enough as a suitcase for more than 2 suits. Hey there, friend! You look like someone who appreciates a fine pair of pants. Do I? What does that even look like? Astute, discerning, even, dare I say it, perspicacious. I have never met anyone who dared to say that word before. Listen, I have got a pair of pants here that is gonna knock your socks off. What? He opens his case and pulls out a pair of slacks that are oddly stiff and shiny. Feast your eyes on these babies! What's up with them? They're waxed, guaranteed grease-proof, and they're yours for only 20 meat. What does this do? +2 sleeves armor. With these durable wax-infused trousers, grease will slide off you like grease off a duck's legs. I guess it's nice to have some armor. I don't know what pants I'm wearing right now, but I don't think they're that good. I mean, I have meat to spare, so I guess I could buy it. And if he might be from the... I already forgot her name. The frickin' salesman home thing. He might be from there. If he is, I might be able to get some information. If not, whatever. Free pants. Well, not... They're not free, but... Pants. I get pants, okay? I get pants. I get pants. And that's all, I guess. Let me see if I should wear them right now. I don't know if these are... +3. I don't know if that's that great. Oh, you know, I could actually increase my mysticality. Ooh. This adds physical armor if I apply to it. I'm not going to use that just yet. Until I find something that's, like, really good, I'm not going to use that. Because all these seem pretty mediocre. I think I'll wear this, actually. Because the high mysticality is... I want to, like min-max in one stat. So I can look at the funny skill checks. Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm going to check down here. And I've actually forgotten what the main story is, so I should probably check back on that in a second. I think it was... Here we go. November 10th, 1882. The cover story for that date is the sinking of the Porquad, a whaling vessel that operated off the coast of Ocean City. The story says that the wreck had only one survivor, Captain Augustus Dirch. Despite his best efforts to go down with the ship, he was rescued and transported to shore by a friendly otter. How simultaneously tragic and adorable. So that's Dirch. Okay. I don't know if that actually helps in that side quest. I'm trying to think of how we would use that to even get in the house, because it... do we pretend to be the otter? Maybe? I don't know. I'll go see. You turn a street corner and duck behind a mailbox just in time to avoid being spotted by 3 tin Lizzies who are either squatting on a stoop or stooping on a squat. What is... I don't know what a stoop or a squat is. Hold tight. Hold on. A stoop... A stoop is... a porch. I've never heard that word. It's North American, I guess. And then, okay, so then what's a squat? A building occupied by people... Oh, right. A building occupied by people living in it without the legal right to do so. Right, squatting. Forgot about that. Well, actually, I didn't know how to noun. That's surprising. Alright, so... eavesdrop? Sure. I'm bored. When's the last time we had a good rumble? Ages. But why'd I say it so... like... I said that with such, like, contempt. Ages. But we got a non-aggression pact with the Doughboys. Big Liz wouldn't like if we mess that up. What about the Glocklins? Wanna fight some of them? They're too weird. Mm-hmm. You can't understand what she's saying. You lean in, careful not to be discovered. What? I can't hear you with that helmet on. Mm-hmm. Are you eating something under there? Sandwich. Bite. Sure. Oh my god, I need... oh, hold on. Let me check their health. Oh, yeah, no, that's easy. I can deal with that. But... ooh, these all deal damage. I should probably try and get rid of those quick. So, since these only have 3 HP, how much damage are you going to do? I can... okay, how much damage will this do? 8. So I'll take out... I'll take out Nickel Kelly with the regular attack, and I'll take out one of these wrenches. So let me actually look at this. Nah. And we get to see Gabby's punch in a second. First, let me throw this. And then do an attack here. Ouch. I swear, like, I'm pretty sure I ran into someone from this faction before. Because she had, like, a grease gun. Ooh, that's actually good. Gabby's actually strong now, so that's 7 physical damage. Okay, great. That could take out either you or you. I think the fire seems a little more harmful, so I am gonna get you out. Oh, but how much health do you have? You have 9. I mean, you could survive it, but like I don't want to set you on fire. There you go. Ouch. Obed, ow. Thanks, Obed. Alright, we're gonna take out one more of these. Or, you know, actually, since my health is pretty low, I think I'm gonna use this. Alicafeta! And let's get you out of here. Ow. Ouch. Okay, and I think this should take her out. I don't know if these still count. Do I win the battle? Not yet. Okay. Well, now this is pretty easy. Throw. And... smack. Concealing yourself behind a trash bin, you wait until the Tin Lissies regain consciousness and limp away and quietly tail them to a back alley chop shop that presumably is their gang hideout. Back alley chop shop is fun to say. It is. Back alley chop shop. Back alley chop shop. Back alley chop shop. We'll check it out later. Captain Dirch's house. Okay, let's see if we can say anything here. Oh, here we go, yeah. I want to ask you about the pork quad. Alright, you better come in. Alright. Those are the 5 urns. This is Peg Leg Johnny, Handsome Jeff, Less Handsome Jeff, Barnacle Face, and 5th Sailor. Wow. They didn't even remember his name. That's kind of sad. A short wooden table, there's an old tarnished silver tray on top, but it's empty. The wash basin is full of salt water. This guy's really committed to his whole deal. Saltwater fishing. I love how we walk into this guy's house, and the first thing we do is just fish out of, like, a bowl. You definitely fished some taffy out of the salt water. You got root beer taffy. If Dirge's career had been more successful, this would be a Commodore's commode. What is a commode? God, I swear, this game series just constantly introduces me to new words. How many of you have heard of the word moxie before now? Not unless you're like a writer. It's a shelf full of nautical nonfiction. You are not interested in it. This fishing rod is caked in salt. Either it has been cleaned a long time or the captain uses it to catch horses. Take it? Any chance I can just take this? That ain't mine. I think the cat dragged it in. So, is that a yes? I don't remember the question. Okay. That's a yes. This device combines the fishing pole and harpoon. In case you want to go fishing, but you don't know what order of magnitude of fish you're after. Convenient. It's like the spork of fishing. An elderly gray cat nervously washes itself in the corner. Try to pet it. The cat shies away from your touch. You notice he's wearing a collar that says Ishmael. This cot smells like fitful old man sleep. This nightstand looks like it was dredged up from an old shipwreck. There's a blubber lamp on top. Examine the lamp. It's a simple device, a glass vessel filled with whale blubber and with a wick stuck in it. Blubber lamp really rolls off the tongue though. Just a really delightful phrase. Say it. Blubber lamp. Amazing. Say it again. Blubber lamp. I love it. Say it again. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. Just great. Amazing. Never get tired of that. Amazing. Amazing. Incredible. Wonderful. Amazing. Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. I never get tired. Great. Delightful. Yes. Blubber lamp. 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 Blubber blah. Blubber lamp. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. No. You're no fun. We got work to do. An old gray bearded man in a sea captain's hat is glaring at you suspiciously. Sorry, I'm gonna open a door. I don't know what it is, but like every time I start recording something, my nose gets stuffy. This happened too when I was over in California. And now I'm back in Colorado. Do you know how much worse the air quality is in California? I thought that would have fixed it. I thought going back to Colorado would have been like, oh yeah, no, it's gone. No, my nose is still stuffy. So, okay, I opened the door. I thought maybe the air might affect it. So, hopefully that aerates the room a little bit. It feels like my sinuses are clearing up. I don't know if that's placebo. I don't know. Well, whatever. Hey, Dirge. What do you want? Well, I'm from the Ocean City Watchful Eye. You know, the newspaper? Don't trust newspapers. Nor newspaper reporters, neither. Well, nor otters. Fortunately, I'm only one of those 3 things. Can I ask you about the pork quad? Ain't nothing to say. Storm blew up unexpected, we hit a funny rock, all hands lost. That was decades ago. Why are you bothering me now? Well, it's a slow news day. What was funny about the rock? How many men were in your crew? You have a lot of urns? That's not even relevant to the topic, but sure. Oh, it is relevant. Okay. Hold on. Crew's bodies washed ashore after a time. Didn't figure they want a sea burial after what happened, so I had them cremated. Well, except that fifth feller were never found. I ain't recall how that urn got here. He was a member of the crew right and proper though, so he got as much right to be here as any of them. What's funny about the rock? You ever see a 30-foot black basalt obelisk sticking straight out of the ocean? Can't say I have. Me neither, and I've been sailing that route for years. So I guess when you say funny, you didn't mean it as in haha. How many men were in your crew? There was Pegleg, Handsome Jeff, and Less Handsome Jeff, and Old Barnacle Face. He looks askance at the row of urns, and the other one. So, 5. What's the fifth sailor's name? I don't recall. He was new. Just signed on before that last voyage. Didn't talk much. Eerie fella, to be honest. Eerie? Spooky. And that's all I got to say about him. What's with the rocks in your front yard? I know nothing about those, except for the date marker I put. Did they just come with the house? New one pops up every once in a while? What's that got to do with anything? Well, nothing, I guess. Did you ever visit that little cathedral? Sure, I used to go and pay my respects once in a while. Back before my knee started acting up. Got plenty of urns to talk to right here, though. Yeah. You talk to the urns? Yep. They shoot the breeze, relive old glories and such. You say that like they talk back. They do. And I can see from your face that you don't believe me, so you can ask him yourself, landlubber. I guess I'll have a chat with your urns then. Fine, but if you got any more questions for me, ask him now. I'm tired of all this chit-chat. Then ask questions. Thanks. Oh, he's already asleep. Get that albatross out of here. He mutters. Alright. Peg-leg Johnny, talk to the urn. Hello? Anybody there? You look around to make sure the captain's asleep, then mutter gruffly to the urn. Yar there, Johnny. You can speak freely now, sailor. I got rid of that no-good landlubber. A muffled, youthful-sounding voice replies, Yar, Captain. What they want anyhow? Ah, nothing of import. Your basic landlubber prattle trying to sell newspapers and like that? Hey, no, never mind. Aye, Captain. Keep talking, So, how are things? Oh, no problems, Captain. Everything's ship-shape, huh? Ha ha ha. Always happy to chew the sea biscuit with you, though. Maybe later. Handsome Jeff. So, how you be doing there, Handsome Jeff? Smooth sailing, Captain. You feel like talking over old times? Sure, I mean, yar, why not? Right then, which particular yarn from your past have you got on your mind? Oh, actually, let's talk about you. Me? This fella next to ya is less handsome, Jeff, eh? So, is this judgment of your relative's appearances literal, or is it more of an ironic reversal sort of deal? Yar? Well, you never... Wait a minute, don't you remember what we actually look like? Oh, yes, of course I do. Gotta go by. Anything on your mind, Captain? Well, like what? Well, I don't know, just if you wanted to wax nostalgic about old times or anything. That accent is vaguely southern all of a sudden. Alright. Right, so, yar, huh? So... Oh, right, those old times, right? Sure. Right you are, Captain. Those old times we had together. Yar. We sure did. Many of them. Yar. Anyway, I'm glad we had this talk. Barnacle Face. Everything going alright? Aye, Captain. Nary a cloud in the sky. Good? Great. Are you in a chatting mood? Sure. Yar. Well, you know me, Captain. A man of few words and all. Happy to listen, though. Right, well, actually, I was wondering about your name there, Thar. Barnacle Face? What about it? Well, I was just wondering why. I mean, of course I know why, but, if you have any insight into... I mean, you've never actually said... That is, you never asked before, so I thought you already... Right, yeah, obviously I already... Anyway, if you're not comfortable discussing it, that's fine. Okay, yeah, good. Yar. Fifth Sailor. So, Sailor, how goes it? I'd ask what's new, but, You're not a talkative one, are you, matey? Suppose you never were, come to that. So, well, as you were, then. I could use some smokes, Captain. What? Smokes. Smokes? As in cigarettes? What does an urn want with cigarettes? Well, alright then. Just leave them on the table like usual, please. Yar. I'm gonna talk to you because I forgot to talk to you. Well, I didn't forget, but I neglected to. Sure, let's reminisce about old times. Great, I love hearing your stories of nautical adventure. Oh, instead of that, why don't you tell me how you got the name Peg Leg Johnny? Well, it's because of my leg, right? Got a peg leg? Sure. How'd you get it? Got it because I lost the original leg? I'd assume so, yeah, Yar, but how? Wait, were you there when it happened? Time for my nap. Time for my nap. Talk to you later. Okay, so if we find cigarettes, we can put that there. Oh. I don't think I examined this. It's a simple... Oh, no, I did. So... That's probably a dead end for that until I find the cigarettes. I'm actually gonna get back to the main story. I think I had enough of this. It kind of seems like the side quests are so plentiful that you could just do them forever the moment that the story gives you the chance, and the story is giving me the chance. So we're gonna stop for a bit. On your way to wherever, you run into a cool guy wearing some cool sunglasses strutting down the avenue. Hey baby, what's happening? Hi. I can see you dig the shades. You got good taste. What the what? You like my sunglasses. Oh, gotcha. I don't think anyone calls them shades for at least another 20 years, though. I pride myself on being on the cutting edge. He flips open his coat, showing you rows of sunglasses inside. Care to buy yourself a pair? For you, only 25 meat. When you're wearing these, nobody can see that embarrassing thing your left eye is always doing. Okay. That caught me off guard a little bit, because here's the funny thing. Okay, so I wear glasses, right? But I really technically only need them for one of my eyes. So, okay, my eyes have, like, trouble adjusting between, like, different distances. But also, one of them has got, like, I don't know what you call it, like, the far side, near side balance. One of them is fine. My right eye... Was it my right eye? Yeah, no, my Sorry, no, I'm getting mixed up. My left eye is fine. It's not nearsighted, it's not farsighted, it's good. But my right eye is nearsighted. I think they call it, like, astigmatism. But one thing that happens as a result of that is that my eyes have stopped, like, cooperating. So what ends up happening is when I can only look with one eye, basically. But then whenever I do that, whichever eye I'm using to like look at something, the other eye just sort of awkwardly drifts off to the side. And so I'm using my right eye right now because my monitor is just on the right. So my left eye is doing an embarrassing thing right now, actually. Probably coincidence. I don't know if that's the kind of thing they're talking about. But yeah, I don't know. It's a funny thing. It's just that I'd talk about that. I gotta stop just spending meat on stuff randomly. Don't judge me. He takes your meat and expertly selects the best pair of sunglasses for you from the lining of his coat. And you're looking good, baby. Nice doing business with you. Yep. Let's continue. Okay. Okay, so the... Oh my god. Is there a way to check my current, current mission? Because I have, forgotten, entirely what I'm supposed to do. Oh, here we go. Okay. To do. Either bribe or defeat the mob guys guarding the refrigerator factory. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Side quest, find some cigarettes. Okay, so I don't have much that I've left unfinished. Personal notes. The amount of information you're able to squeeze onto a tiny chalkboard is remarkable. Write a note. To do? Oh my god, I can write my own notes. Nah, I don't really need to. Well, okay. How do I cancel? I don't think I can cancel. I gotta write something. Okay. Write a note to yourself. B. Okay. I did. B. Sure. Review your notes. Note 1, B. Erase a note. 1, select. Yes, that's right. Cool. It's nice that they have that. That's kind of, I mean, it's kind of pointless, but it's nice to have just like a notebook. Okay. I certainly have enough meat. But I'm curious though. Here, let me put this on. Ooh, look at that. Ups my moxie. And if I have higher moxie, I can get a bigger discount. I don't remember what the check was, the maximum check. There's one for like one for like 2 moxie and then one for 3. I don't know if those are the exact numbers though. I'm just saying that as like an example. I think it might have been 3 as like the max for a discount. But I don't know. I'm gonna go back and check. So where was it? Fridge factory, right? Gabby takes a piece of candy out of her purse, blah, blah, blah. Sure, thanks. You know you're supposed to take the paper off first, right? What? The skin? This is where all the vitamins are. Huh. Okay. Gabby, I don't think you really need vitamins, even if that was true. Let's see here. Ooh, no, it was 5. Okay. If it's 5 moxie, I don't think it should be hard at this point in the story to find some item that will increase my moxie by enough, just temporarily. Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna head back to Plunkett Street, and then I'm gonna check the army surplus store to see if they have any stuff. You know, it's a strangely discolored patch of curb. Oh yeah, we've already encountered this, but I guess it's just like free item. So here, let me see if there's anything that gives moxie. Ooh, cigarettes. Okay. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Of course, an army store would have cigarettes. All right, I'll buy that. Let's see what else. There's not really much that's wearable, honestly. That's just physical armor. And I mean, I figure that an army store probably doesn't have that much fashionable stuff. But I don't know what other shops we have. I guess we do. What is this? Culinary tactics. Parmesan missile. Deal 3 physical damage. Reduce moxie by 3. That might be useful. Not like super useful though, and that is 100 meat, so that's pretty expensive. I might come back to it later, or not at all. Press 1 AP. Just work. So the score was grenade. Nah. Oh wait, are these not unstable anymore? Because this says deal 10 damage to an enemy. It doesn't say anything about like the malfunctioning. So I guess they're not experimental anymore, maybe? Or they just didn't write the full description. I hope it's not that one. I hope that it just works now. I'm not gonna buy them anyways because I'm not really preparing for anything. I'm gonna go back and check that, what was the area? It was the place with the jobs. Yeah, Goldthwaite Park. As you're walking through Ocean City, you encounter a mailbox that has been tipped over by some vandals. I can't tip it. I'm not strong. Alright, so right here, there is this team. It sells tea. Let's see if these increase moxie. Yup. One of these has a moxie increase. So I'm gonna drink that. This will replace this effect. Lucidity. That's fine. Minty. Are all of these just tea puns? You drink the tea. The astringent mint oils dissolve all the bacteria that used to live in your mouth. You gain an effect, Minty. +1 Moxie. That's really robotic. I could do better than that. Hold on. I gotta like clear my throat. There's like a... Hold on. I'm a little bit dehydrated. Should probably drink. There we go. That's better. It's supposed to be like breathy. You don't say like that. You don't say like You don't really say it anyways. Like the breathy version, I don't think it's a word. Okay. But that is only 4 Moxie though. So I would need something on top of that. Let me see if I have like a hat. I don't think any of these increase Moxie. No, none of these increase Moxie. I wonder if there's any more stores that I can look at. Rums, Boardwalk, Fish Factory, Roosters, Chop Shop, Polycarbs, Snuckle Mills, Marvin, there's his house. You know, actually, hold on. Before I leave, I can use the something. Yeah, here. What? Oh my god, I can jump. I can jump. That's right-clicking. I didn't try that until now. That's a right-clicking or spit. You can jump. That has absolutely no purpose, but I love that they have that. Just to say, like, oh yeah, you can jump in this game, to people who complain about it. Okay, so this is like a crafting table. So let me look at the fancy potions, because I can make one of these. But none of them have Moxie. These are all... This is armor... It's mostly defensive stuff. Any of this increase Moxie? Nope. Okay. Maybe the bread factory has something that can increase Moxie. It's not really bread, it's just where the bread faction was. But it's the factory itself isn't... It didn't manufacture bread. It manufactured like Pop-Tarts, but worse, I think. Oh, we didn't have an encounter that time. Right here. So this is the test kitchen. That's basically the same thing. Yeah, no, there's nothing that increases Moxie here. No Moxie. Okay. Shame. I guess we can settle for 300 meat. Might as well just stop stalling. Just get it over with. Some amateur wit has penned a mild bon mot on the wall of bathroom stall. You smile, but do not laugh. Make the bon mot bon motier. 4 Moxie. What is... Bon mot's definition? It's a... Oh, that's just... It's a weird way of saying joke. A bon mot is a clever remark. And we made it modier. Is modi a word? Modi... Does that mean humorous? Dusty? Full of moats? What's a moat? What the hell? Spec. I don't think modi is a word. Modier. That's a French commune. Yeah, no, I don't... That's not a real word. Honestly, with this game, sometimes I can't tell what words they're making up and which they're not. Let me check my armor. Genuinely, I'm tempted to just go and buy, like, 6 of the cola bombs and just chuck them all at this guy's. Well, actually, let me think. So, we have... So you have 4. Assuming that they all have over 10 HP, that would be 8 cola bombs. So that would be about... Oh, that would actually be pretty expensive. That'd be... So 40 for each palm. 8, 16, 32. That's 320 meat. I might as well just pay... Might as well just pay for the toll at this point. Yeah, I'll just pay for it. Looks like I'm a little light. Would you take 300? Well, alright, that sounds pretty fair. Thanks and welcome to the club. Yeah, welcome. Thanks, I guess. Here's your membership ring. He hands you a ring, and the whole group of mobsters wander off, divvying up your meat as they go. You got an item. Fop Bum Egg Ring. Huh. This organization is actually real? Fop Bum Egg? Time to check out the factory. Okay, these fridges are brand new and empty, and thus quite boring. This workbench doesn't seem big enough for refrigerator repairs. What can we make? Radioactive salve, restore at 10 HP and cure poison. I don't think you should use that for that. Molotov shot, phlogistic resin, sets an enemy on fire, do 5 cold damage, or gain 2 AP. And requires anarchist hardware. Oh. Chest of tools. Got a sharpening stone, add 1 bonus damage. All. If you see a pointy bit of metal with a wooden handle, that's all, folks. That's terrible. That's a terrible joke. How dare you even... Can't believe you. Okay. I've never actually heard of that, though. Is that really what it's called? An all? You know what? I'm not going to bother Googling that again. I'll just trust it. Anarchist hardware. Oh, okay. Now we can make the advanced stuff. Let me see if they have anything nice here. Ooh! Ooh, that's really good. That's really good. 10 physical damage to all enemies? These are all things to all enemies. I kind of like that. I like that. That one's pretty good. I don't know what the benefits of these are. There's probably going to be enemies that are weak to hot or cold damage. What is this? 3 AP and increase AP region by 1. Nah. So, I have Anarchist hardware, but how many of these do I have? I think it was just like 1, right? Oh no, I had 2. Okay. So I guess I could make... Well, first of all, I'm definitely going to make this. So, yes, that is really good. Definitely going to use that when I get in a pinch. And... I have 2 glowing ooze, so I could just make 2 of these, honestly. I think I'll just do that. You're all out of Anarchist hardware, so you can't make any more fancy combat items. Yep, alright, we're good. Brand new and empty, quite boring. Crane control. The control booth is locked from the inside. Somebody's gonna be in big trouble. Trouble. Looks like something is going down over there. Hide and watch. It's all there, all 40 cases. It's all there, Gluck. You got the meat. Dark Noel, what are you doing here? Surprise inspection. Oh, interesting. What the heck? There seems to be a bit of a standoff between the mob guys and the other ones. The lady in the weird Crimbo hat glares at you as you approach. I don't recall inviting you to this party. Are you going to introduce yourself? Joofy Smith, Ronith Jenkins, Puddin Tame. Joofy's name fits in so well in that list. I'll be real. Joofy Smith, what's wrong with your hat? Nothing at all. The Crimbo hat is appropriate for all seasons. It's all spooky and, like... You can see stars through it. It's cutting a hole in the world. Just spooky and, like, super spooky. Beautiful. I'm sure I have no idea what you mean. Oliver, dear, are you busy? Be a deer and kill this guy, would you? Uh-oh. The Crimbo lady smiles and leaves the same way she came, in a horrible, weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Hello? Shadows begin to gather around him, abstract, menacing shapes. Okay, now we're getting into the, like, Eldritch horror stuff. I'm digging this. Ooh, what about the crane? I love this line, though. I'm gonna read it out just because I want to. Hey, you mob guys, can I get you to give me a hand with this? Except no. You can reach the controls through the broken window. Use them. There are 2 buttons. Press the green one, press the red one. Green. I'm pretty sure the red button opens the jaws of the crane. You don't think it's a good idea right now. Gotcha. You're pretty sure the red button opens the jaws of the crane, and that Gluck guy, that thing, well, he's right underneath it. You definitely want to press it? I do. No way I'm taking the heat for this. Let's skedaddle. There's very little left of this poor fellow. Pick through the remains. He's got a pocket watch clutched in one hand and some business matters clutched in the others. Neither of those hands is attached to an arm anymore. I got a dangerous pocket watch, a bank pouch full of meat, and a deed to the speakeasy. Okay. You take a quick look at the deed. This must have been Oliver Gluck, the owner of the speakeasy. Well, that's a problem. How much is this? Any cash payment that's too small for a briefcase must be contained in a leather zipper pouch. It's the law. And the ticking of this pocket watch sounds hollow and ominous. You don't like it. It's just wrong. Once per fight? Okay. This booze looks dangerous, and it also appears to be tainted with some kind of sinister magical energy. Oh, ha, this fridge is plugged in. A little note on it says, experimental, not for lunches. Open it. The fridge has been fitted with an experimental automatic ice cube maker. Unfortunately, it's made one single gigantic ice cube that fills the entire fridge. I guess if you ever need a block of ice as big as you, here's where you can get it. I hope they bring that back. I hope that's there for a reason. I hope there's like a side quest that for some reason needs a gigantic ice cube that is the size of you. You don't have to leave the building to open your map, by the way. You can just click the napkin up there or hit M to head back to Plinkett Street with the quickness. Okay, fair. Are we still drunk? Do I have to... Oh, I think it's because it counts as a potion. The beer is a potion, not a food. So the food didn't replace it. You know, actually, Gabby, do you have anything to say about this? Everything good, Gabby? It's all the berries. Send Gabby to the speakeasy. Why? Hey, Gabby, mind waiting for me at Oliver's place? Okay, you have it. Ciao. Okay, and the speakeasy was down the alleyway here, right? You barely have time to react as the ground shakes and shudders violently without warning, then bursts in a rain of earth as several large, slimy tentacles force their way out of the ground, writhing and twisting and groping at their surroundings. Incidentally, the reaction you barely had time to make was, ah! I shouldn't have sent Gabby off. I should not have sent Gabby off. I don't know why I did that. I was just curious what happened. I was curious why that was there. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I here? That's so tempting. Not yet. I think I can survive this fight because this thing... Come on, 15 HP heal. But how much HP do I have? 20? 6? 12? 18? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can, that's fine. Oh, God. Why is it 6? Oh, right, because I decreased my... Because I decreased my mysticality, I think. Wasn't this, is this a mysticality weapon? I think so. Okay, well... Okay. I can take out one of these guys. 6, 12, 18. I can survive hits from 3 of them. So it's fine if I just take them out and then heal. And I think I should be okay. Hold on, let me think. So that's gonna be 18 damage, gonna be a 2. So then 15, and then 12. Yeah, I'll be fine. I can do it. And here they go. Ow. Okay, that's fine. Oh, thanks, Obed. I needed that. And then if we heal... Oh, but I think their damage... Their damage exceeds my heal amount. So that might actually be a... That might not be a good use of time. Well, actually, oh, wait, no, I forgot. You could do this and then still attack. So that's fine. So I can at least chip away at them. Okay, I'm gonna heal this because this will also heal Obed. And I'm actually back to full. So that's perfect. Now that I have that, there we go. Now that we have 7 damage because of Obed, We can get this one out immediately. Thank you so much, Obed. I love you. Ouch. Ouch. That's okay. Thank you for the mysticality. Okay, I'm gonna heal and then take out one. And then after that, we're good. You know, with all the sleaze enemies I'm encountering for some reason, I might put on the sleaze, like, sleaze outfit pants. What was it? Waxed pants? They called it? You won! They're gonna need 10 of those things if they want to tackle you. Don't jinx it. Tentacle skin hat band. You're not entirely sure that the inside of a tentacle is any different than the outside, but if it is, this is some of the outside part. Add +1 spooky armor to a hat. Oh, curious. You follow a trail of disturbed earth and cracked pavement from the place where the tentacles popped out of the ground to the place where, presumably, they popped in. And by presumably, I mean obviously, because that place is a house with slimy, wriggling tentacles poking out of all its holes. Did you have to phrase it that way? No, we're not going there. Oh my god. Oh no, look at the icon. Alright, let's head back to the speakeasy. And... well, I mean, having the +1 damage is also pretty nice. And I can't imagine that sleaze damage is super common. I kind of wish I was able to change out my loadout before a fight, but you can't really predict that. Oh, hey, Gabby. Hey, Gabby, having a good time? Oh, yes, so many rugs I have cut up. Gonna come with me, Brid? Okay, meet you up at the door. Great. So, what was I doing? Take the pocket watch back to Jessica. Go talk to Fancy Dan about the speakeasy deed you found. Oh, right, the pocket watch is probably kind of haunted. Fancy Dan about the speakeasy deed you found. Where is Fancy... I completely forget who Fancy Dan is. I don't know. Well, I'll go talk to Jessica at least, because that should give me some stuff there. Jessica, hey. I found the watch. It was complicated. I'd be more surprised if you told me it was simple. Well, you know the drill. Strap it on and jump in the uncursing machine. It's a pocket watch. It doesn't... Just uncurse the thing and get some sleep, okay? You look like you've been through, like you are been through the ring. Is that? I can't tell, honestly, if that's intentional or not, because the game sometimes just has weird dialogue like that. I won't dispute that. Hey, Charles. Actually, you're what are you doing? What is this? What is this dance? Hey, good to see you up. We've had quite a morning already. See that bookshelf over there? Just bought it. It's a real rare find, Joofy. Came from a 17th century cargo ship, the Mustflower. Wow, that's quite a provenance for a bookshelf. Yeah, it was the ship's wheel. Captain brought the Mustflower out of dock, couldn't steer, drove into a starfish, whole thing sank instantly. Anyways, anything I can help you with? I saw your name in the visitor's book at St. Polycarp's. Oh, sure. I do a little whittling to pass the time now and again, and sometimes I go to St. Polycarp's to look at their gargoyles. Here, have one. He opens his desk drawer and tosses you a little wooden gargoyle on a leather cord. Okay. +1 spooky armor. Ooh. Let me ask you something. Anything I can help you with? Charles seems preoccupied. He keeps checking his pockets and the drawers of the desk. Okay, so that's what he was doing. He was looking for something. Lose something? Yeah, I seem to have misplaced the chuck key to my drill. What's a chuck key? What's a chuck key, Charles? What's a chuck key, Chucky? Charles raises an eyebrow. It's a little twisty thing for tightening the chuck on a drill. Any idea where you lost it? It can't have gotten too far. The cord on this thing got stuck in the outlet, and it's not long enough for me to drill anything that isn't in this neighborhood. We could help you look for it. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, it's gotta be nearby. Just wander around, I'm sure it'll turn up. There's a button on your map labeled Wander that will allow you to allow you to have a random encounter without going anywhere. You can also wander while looking at the map by pressing space. Try that now. I already have, but okay. As you're walking down one of Ocean City's residential streets on the way to where you're going, you hear eerie music coming from the upstairs window of a nearby house. No. I'm good. What's a side quest say? Somewhere near the antique store. So we just have to... Okay, I guess we wander near here then. For that. So yeah, so I'm guessing the wander function... It looks like it picks a location, and the location is actually relative to, like, where you're going. So... Right, so, like, for example, if you're going from, like Fridge Factory to Goldthwaite Park, you might run into, like, one of these. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's the uncursing machine. Sit in it. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull a weird metal dome thing over your head. Would you like to uncurse a day? Dangerous pocket watch. The machine snorts the pocket watch up to its dome and begins its strange and loud work. The pocket watch is pulled this way and that. Its ticks become kits, and its talks cots. And as its 3 hands are forcibly bent back, you swear you hear screams. And then it's done. The watch falls into your lap, hands now set to 19, 17, 20. The watch's curse now resides within the machine. Want to project your consciousness into it? Why not? What does this do? Now that it's free of the taint of that shadow energy, it's just a boring regular watch. If you think about it though, being on time for things is kind of like a magic power. Oh my god, I didn't get to actually use the pocket watch in battle. I probably should have done that. I'm kind of curious what it would have done, but alright. In your mind's eye, you see the hands of a pocket watch spin back on themselves with jittery violence. With each revolution, the face of the watch itself expands until it is larger than you, the building, and the street. Your whole world lives in the blur of the fast-running hands, in which you see life go by in reverse time. Submarines turn to longships, cities to stone dwellings, cowboys to courtesans. You are traveling faster and faster to the beginning of time itself, and there's no telling when this ride will end. Hold on tight. What? Okay. Okay. Oh, well... No, I don't want to eat the cat. Can we... No, we can't. Okay. Easy does it. Maybe we're all hungry. Please help, I'm a dinosaur. Yeah, baby, yeah. Gabby, help? Whoa there, Haas. What's got y'all horns and rattles? Been dipping into the nose paint again? Gabby doesn't talk like that. Sure is, partner, sure is. Hey, Gabby, I'm a dinosaur. Whoopee! Whoopah! Pew-pew! I'm the quickest draw in the West. Sure enough. Jessica looks pretty busy. What strangeness afflicts thee? Never mind, for the sun transits the horizon, and I grow ever the more in need of thy assistance. Understand, whilst you sleep under this roof, thou art my lodger, and signature on this paperwork is by me required. When did you start talking like this? Rawr, rawr. Provocative remarks, sir, and by thee well made. Oh, open a door, eat cat. With these 2 salad forks? No, you lack the opposable thumbs necessary to turn a doorknob. You're completely contained in here unless you figure out how to open doors. Open the door, 10 dexterity. Oh my god, I so want to do that. I so want to do that. Hold on. Wait, yeah, there's like dexterity checks, but like... Oh, are they... Do they rename the stat names to like sensible things during the dream sequences because it's all like fancy? Or is that actually a unique stat? Because like we already have like Moxie. Moxie is dexterity. But they're calling it dexterity. All of a sudden. Can I just leave the building? The way I have to plank the street. 10 dexterity. I don't... What? Unstitch the rug. 200 dexterity. Okay. Can I... A shelf will read a book. 6 dexterity. 6 dexterity. I don't think I can do any of these things. I'm curious, though, if there's, like, something that would increase dexterity during the sequence, or if those are just, like, there for jokes. Sort of nowhere. You slap your prehistoric tummy against the wood, but it doesn't even make a dent. Maybe that's why the dinosaurs went extinct. Couldn't open doors. Rawr. I don't... What? The chess set. The cosmic battle between light and dark, church and horses. Eat the chessboard. Jump, jump. Play chess, 8 dexterity. The game is just... Okay, I think the game is just mocking you during this. There's nobody you need to call right now. Check for messages. You check the message pack next to the phone. This note for you. Dinosaur. No phone number. Eat phone. Chomp. Okay. Joofy, attend thy temper. Whilst thou tarry, good sir, the absence of thy John Hancock on my paperwork grows ever more urgent. Thy signature, if it pleases thee. You open these doors for me? Curious, sir, for I do not believe those doors to be locked. Well, what do I know? And thou will find in the telephone table thither a key to satisfy thy need. Sign your name. 9 dexterity. I can't open dexter. I can't open anything. I need 7. I don't have 7 muscle. Charles, please. Real groovy pocket watch you got there, Joofy. I like the way it ticks. You understand me? Yes? Rawr. A lot of power in that timepiece, a lot of power. Would you make a promise to me, baby? Would you promise not to throw that power away? A lot of good can be done with that groovy power, baby. Charles doesn't call me baby. I hear ya, kitty cat. Okay. Don't call me that, though. Don't ever call me that. Don't ever call me that. Okay? Don't. Will you do me a promise? Promise not to throw away the groovy power in that timepiece? Can you open the door for me? Huh? What's that, Greta Garbled? Yeah, let's do it, man. Groovy, kitty cat. Absolutely smashing. Shake on it, kitty cat. He holds out his hands. I can't shake your hands! I don't have fingers! Jessica! Jessica, help! I don't know what to do in this sequence. Are you... Gabby, please. Howdy, Joofy. What you chewing on? Snuff for me? Same as always. Can you open the door? Gabby. Ooh, I don't know. Never had a head for puzzles, Joofy. That's got me right funkified. Gabby. Gabby, please. I don't... What is the solution to this? The first one was really obvious, but this is just confusing. Open a door, eat cat. I don't think I can do either of those things. I am so confused right now. Knock the chair over? Oh, you gained 1 extra. Okay, yeah. So that's what I was thinking. There's things you could do to gain dexterity. Okay, so wait. So then let's see. Okay. How much dexterity is there now? 3. I only have 2. Okay, so we start at 0. So is there anything with 2? No. Not there. 8. 3. 3. Is there anything I can knock over? No. There's no 2. Charles, I don't think I can shake your hand. Let me see. No, I need 5. And I think this needs 9. Yeah, that needs 9. Gabby doesn't have anything that he wants. Can I knock down anything here? That's 6. 6. 10. 8. 3. 3. Can I knock down the table? Yeah, there you go. Flip the table. You gain 1 dexterity. Okay. Don't call... I said don't you call me that, okay? You spend considerable effort wrangling your claw around the knob only to find the drawers locked. Okay, great. Pull out the drawers. Okay, so now we should have like 5, I think. I I can't sign it, Jessica. Hmm? Okay, my mom has just put some clothes in my closet, I think. I think I can shake his hand now, though. Yep. Don't leave me hanging now, kitty cat. Don't... Okay, whatever. Yeah. Solid strong handshake. You gain 1 dexterity. What's up? Nothing. Anything that requires 6? Pick lock? That's 7. Alright, oh, read a book. You can't relate to most of the books they have here, but there's one travelogue by a diplodocus that proves moderately diverting. What is a diplodocus? Okay, I'm sorry I keep pausing for this, but these the words they're using are just so bizarre. It's a dinosaur. This one travelogue by a dinosaur that proves moderately diverting. Okay. So now we have 7. It's Murray's desk, piled with books and papers. He perused the newspapers, claws making only minor holes in the pages. Can I open this yet? To do, open door, eat cat, add to the list. Your talents, carve the letters that help into the chalkboard. Chalkboard? Chalkboard. Chalkboard. Oh, God. My mouth is losing dexterity, too. Can't do that. I think I should have 9 now. Jessica. Yes, I sign your name. Okay. You scrawl on an easy line. I'm much obliged, Juffy, and I hope from now thy sleep is all the more sweet for its legal correctitude. What are you saying, Jessica? I can open the door now. Okay. Hi. The clock casts a long shadow over barren wasteland, cold and infinite. It is the end of the world. So we meet at last, with I looking the older man, though you are far older than I shall ever be. Well, I never saw this room before. I'm not old, huh? Huh? We are the Alpha and the Omega, you the beginning of time and I its end. Will you walk with me, dear friend, to watch the death of our world and the birth of another? Yes, my friend, no, I'm just trying to uncurse a pocket watch, pal. Rar. Tick, tick, tick. The hands of the uncursed pocket watch beat on, boats of the current, borne correctly into the future. You pull out the pocket watch out and look at it. It's gained some luster. Upgrade. The curse is lifted, time is in its rightful home, and you no longer have a tail. Upgrade. Now it's free of the taint of that shadow energy. It's just a boring regular watch. If you think about it, though, being on time for things is kind of like a magical power. Oh, yeah, same. Okay, so that's the same description. It's just upgraded by 2. Oh, wow. I think, did the spider horn thing decreases those same stats by 3. So I think this is just a straight upgrade from that. You no longer have a tail? I wish I had a tail. Me too, sometimes. Jessica? Okay. Still just a brick wall behind it. So odd. Jessica looks pretty busy, but then she always does. That letter from Uncle Murray was a real surprise. I didn't read it. What did it actually say? Basically, he just asked if I could come visit him because he needed help with something big and he knew I had an adventuresome spirit. Adventuresome spirit? Yeah, that's Murray, alright. I haven't seen him in ages. I mean, I only ever saw him at Crimbo, and sometimes he came with us when we went camping in the summer, but after I moved out to go to college, we kind of lost touch, except for birthday cards. But you dropped everything to come see him. I wasn't carrying anything of value, just a crappy desk job that I was sick to death of. Well, working here will definitely be more exciting than working at a desk. You yourself are working at a desk right now. Well, yeah, but you aren't taking over for me, you're taking over for Murray. Let's hope it's just a temp gig. And, hey, Jessica, not to dispute... Sorry. Hey, Jessica, not to dispute the importance of collecting these weird artifacts or anything, but I'm worried about Uncle Murray. How is this helping find him? Oh, I guess I didn't really explain that. See, the Detectatron 1000 is new. We only really got it running after Murray disappeared. He always checked out He always searched out artifacts in more hands-on ways. Research, networking, following rumors, that kind of thing. The last artifacts he went after, it could be basically anywhere, but the Detectatron only detects the nearest artifact. I see. So you figure if we pick them up in order, eventually we'll get the one that he was looking for. Right. I wish to hell he'd left a note about where he was going, but I guess he either thought it was too dangerous and didn't want us following, or he just rushed off all excited like a kid in a Toy Story. I mean, that's Murray for you. Yeah, that tracks. So, let's see... Oh. Okay. Just go to sleep, that's it. Alright. But who's Fancy Dan? It's Herschel. Oh, wait, Fancy Dan is in the Speakeasy. I'm so stupid. I completely forgot. Yeah, you're Fancy Dan. Hey, it's you again. You find Oliver? Yes? I don't like the sound of that. Oliver is... gone. The handoff went extremely bad. Badly. Yeah, that too. You go over the events at the fridge factory. Fancy Dan makes a variety of faces at various points in your story because Fancy Dan is a good listener. Show him the deed. Oliver was carrying this with him. Dan skims the deed. Says here the ownership of the Speakeasy is automatically transferred to whoever has physical possession of this deed. Huh. Is that legal? None of this is legal. Oh yeah. I guess you're my new boss, baby. Let's have one drink to mourn the old boss and another one to celebrate the new one. Good idea. I guess we ought to change the name since, well, Oliver's place is no longer Oliver's place. I suppose that's right. Got any ideas? Well, you could go traditional and just call it Joofy's place, or something hip like the Purple Door, or something incisive and avant-garde like, I don't know, Noblesse Oblige? I can name it something custom, can't I? I'm thinking. Let's see what I can name it. Ooh. So, okay, I guess this is like a safe area then. So that's why I got the option to send Gabby over to here. That's what I was thinking. I mean, we didn't really make it a safe area yet, but I guess after finishing like that part of that quest, it was like, okay, now you can use it for this. I'll name the Speakeasy... $7-11. Now to business. To business? We make the beer in-house, so that's safe, but we're out of everything else, and based on your story, I'd say the stuff at the factory isn't safe to use. Yeah. If you can find booze or mixers or garnishes, bring it back here. Any idea where to get started with that? No, but you might check with Barnaby. Barnaby? Dan points at the milky-eyed sot at the table by the wall. He doesn't see very well, but he's got a nose for news and a sixth sense for booze. He might know where you can find what you're looking for. Thanks. Okay, Barnaby turns his head towards you and smiles. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. He knows where to find booze, but I can't just keep giving him drinks because he doesn't say anything. This doesn't help. What? For those who can read them, the signs are here, right here in this very room. Is that a hint? Because I think that's new. That's definitely new. I didn't have that before. I gave him like a bunch of meat and he didn't say that. Okay, wait. Hold on. If we own this place, where's the meat going? I'm just indirectly paying myself, right? I don't know. There's a door here. Won't budge. Still barred shut. Are they talking? Is he talking about this? Weird symbols here? Okay, well, what's on the to-do list? Go to sleep, I guess. Okay. Hey, Joofy, before you go to bed, Hey, Joofy, before you go to bed, I need you to approve a new tenant for the storefront next door. What? Why is that up to me? Somebody's got to do it. There's 3 applicants for the place. Okay, what are they? The first applicant is Yield Chemiker, some SIT science leader who wants to sell potions. The second is La Table Enchantee. It's like a high-end kitchen store, magical utensils and the like. The last applicant is Advanced Pants. It doesn't say what they plan on selling, but I have to assume that it's pants. Okay. So this is a potion shop. This is utensil armor. Not armor, utensil weapons. And this is armor. So potions, weapons, armor. I am using utensils because mysticality is utensil damage. So the sound of having a pants store is quite nice though. Just because this seems like the kind of game to give like a set of options, with one of the options sounding like just this absolutely pathetic, useless thing, and then it ends up being like the best thing ever. Or if not the best thing, at least like on par with the other options. So that's why I kind of wanted to see what the pants store is. I mean, I might be able to see the other stores later on in the game anyways. Maybe they show up somewhere else, I don't know. I mean, from like a logical perspective, I should probably get the kitchen place, but fancy pants? Advanced pants? AP pants? I don't know, I kind of like the sound of that. I want to see the pants. Okay, I'll get them moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Oh, right, okay, so as we progress, progress through the story, we can have one storefront. And so this is just the first one we unlock. So I guess later on, they're gonna say, okay, now here are your options now, and now you can have these stores. And then the previous ones that we saw just now are gonna be there again. I'm guessing. And I don't think there's anything new here because it's just, yeah, it's pretty empty. Alright, go to sleep. There's a fridge in the... Oh, that's a mailbox and a bell and windows and more mailboxes and a rolling pin. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? It's Jeff, the kid who used to bully you in 3rd grade. Make amends. Oh. Okay, hey, Jeff, listen, no hard feelings, okay? I understand in retrospect that you must have had problems at home, and I just want you to know everything is okay now. Jeff swats the overdue library book out of your hands. Ah, I see. Since this is just a dream version of you, you're still as much of a jerk as you were in 3rd grade. Jeff suddenly punches you, knocking out all of your teeth. Hey, this is actually happening. I'd be really mad. You pick your teeth up and walk away. These are unmistakably your teeth. You can tell by the scar on the upper left second bicuspid, but your teeth are also still definitely in your gums where they belong. Oh, that's weird. Why do the... Okay, I'm not sure how the creators of these games just constantly know these really obscure words. The upper left second bicuspid, that's like dentist jargon, probably. How do you just know that? Or did he have to, I don't know if it's a he, actually. There's probably multiple writers in this game, to be honest. Did they have to go and research, like, dental jargon? Just for this one description? Oh, what a jerk. You better get away from him before he knocks out something more important than dream teeth. It's that creepy Crimbo lady from the refrigerator factory, now in literal nightmare form. Move past her. Excuse me, I need to get past you. Why? Are you in a hurry to wake up? Darling, it's Crimbo. You should be making merry. Crimbo is still months away. Oh, but it's always Crimbo in dreams, dear. Merry Crimbo, then. Merry Crimbo, dearie. I didn't have time to properly introduce myself before. I'm Dark Noel. In an affectation as goofy as her name, she curtsies. Dark Noel, eh? You're really taking this motif seriously. Right down to your weird, evil-looking Crimbo hat. Her smile falters a little. Evil-looking? I told you at the refrigerator factory, it's just a... Wait. She points to the weird device she's holding at her hat. It starts beeping in a fast, irregular pattern. You're telling me that you can see the special Crimbo magic with your eyes? Yes, if that's what it is. This is decidedly unfestive news. I'd better talk to the president. You want to talk to Calvin Coolidge about your Crimbo hat. I want to talk to the real president about you. I see. Yes, that's the problem, dear, and I'll see you soon with the solution. She scowls and jumps off the edge of whatever this is you're standing on. This won't end well for her. Okay. Why is Joofy just, like, the most terrifying person? You're dreaming, so it probably isn't safe to look too close at your character sheet right now, if you say so. The only way to interact with your inventory during a dream is if you had convinced Freddy to hold it for you at the exact moment you went to sleep. Did that, though? No, you didn't. I did. I asked Freddy to hold all my stuff, and he said yes. You don't even know Freddy. Fine, you caught me. There's no territory here, and there's no map. To-do list. Oh. Okay, this actually works. That's surprising. This bookshelf is not behaving the way bookshelves do when you're awake. You grab a book at random, and the bookshelf puffs out of existence. You got an item, the Melting Mind. The doorway back to the waking world. Yep, step through. Ooh. What? We're wearing the exact same accessories. Alarmingly, a man in an expensive suit is standing at the foot of your bed. What the heck? Who are you? You may call me Don Toblerone. I represent a certain organization of, shall we say, like-minded criminals. Organized criminals? Like the mob? Wait, you're the Don of the local mob? The mob boss? In my room? Personally? No, I'm not the Don. That is merely my nomenclature. It's an abbreviation for Donald. Oh. Well, that's confusing. It has been a matter of some confiscation. Yes, I do have a sobriquet, but I don't care for it very much. What is it? Donnie Thesaurus. I'm gonna hazard a guess that they call you that because you like long words. That is very astute of you. Of course, this institution comes as no surprise to me. My associators tell me you handled yourself well during the conflagration at the Icebox Manufactorium. Do you actually own a thesaurus? I'm here to propound I'm here to propound for your consideration. Oh God. I'm here to propound for your considerationing a certain proposition. Come again? I'm here to make you an offer. Oh. Can I refuse it? Certainly. Although your refusation would be, shall we say, unadvisatory. I'm not interested. Go fly a kite. I don't even know what it's gonna do. I don't want to throw the story off too much. I mean, it'll probably be fine though. They'll probably railroad me back on. Not interested. Go fly a kite. He narrows his. I am begrieved by such decisioning. You have not encountered The Last of Us. Oh, so he actually just leaves. He narrows his eyes at you sternly, then leaves the room through the window. It takes him 3 or 4 tries to work the latch. All right then. This would be a great spot for one night stand. It would. That was probably somewhat important. I'm sure the story will fill me in later, so it's fine. Hey there, Joofy. How'd you sleep? Fine, until a mob guy crawled into my bedroom window. Oh yeah, that window's pretty lousy. Anyway, the next antique I need you to find is a compass. The directions kind, not the circles kind. The Detectatron says it's out near Crystal Dream Lake. I don't know where that is, but I bet it's too far to walk. Do you have a car I can borrow? No, but I have something even better than that. 2 cars? A bus pass. A stop out front is your gateway to a whole wide world of adventure. You got a bus pass. An unlimited bus pass, good for an entire year. It's truly a ticket to a world of moderate convenience and comfort. As well, thanks. Where do I go when I get there? Unfortunately, I couldn't get a more specific reading than near the lake. Something about the place is making the instruments go all screwy. Here, take this map. Got a postcard. And then the lighthouse. This is a postcard. It has a map of the lake on it. It has a picture of the lake on it. Yeah, that's what a map is. The picture of a place. Guess I can't argue with that logic. Okay, and I've been recording for 1 hour and 26. I'm gonna leave that there. Alright. So, this has been the 3rd episode of Shadows of Loathing. I know, like, I'm not often interested in turn-based games. Well, actually, I say that as if I haven't played them more the whole way through, but I just like the vibe of the game. Just the style and the humor, I think is fun. So, alright. Well, anyways, yep, I'm done with that, so see ya.